We are live. Hey guys, welcome to my channel Glen. I know I haven't done a video for a while, but Bitcoin's gone up in price, so I thought why not? It's literally the only reason to do content these days. Actually, I waited until it dipped back down, so last on you. Yeah, so the guys in the Telegram group chat were giving me a bit of stick, bit of grief to do a live video. Obviously, I've said for a while that haven't been able to because I haven't got a computer, so I'm just doing this on my iPad at the moment. So the video quality is not very good, and I can't video share and stuff like that. But yes, but I've been saying that for months now. Where I'm at with cryptocurrency is, and I think I explained it last time in my last video, but I don't know if some people didn't get the message. I wanted to recoup the losses that I had obviously from last year. I'm sat back here, so let me put this somewhere comfortable. Yeah, I wanted to recoup the cost back that I lost, so that means hash flare, obviously Envian, buying the mining machines, so the two little ones I bought. I can't remember the name of them. Feels like a lifetime ago. I wanted to recoup all that cost back because it was getting a bit out of control. Obviously, I had bought Bitcoin using a credit card. I had bought the machines, the mining machines from Bitmain using credit cards. Hashflare I used using a credit card. So it got to a point where I was like, okay, I've invested, you know, sort of £3,000, £4,000, £5,000 into this obviously new venture. And I'm sure many of you watching this will be like, yeah, same as me, Glenn, you know. But then even when the prices went down, I was thinking, right, okay, well, you know, it seems to make sense to buy back in. But then I thought, you know what? I want to get everything cleared off, get everything paid off before I even start to buy back in or think about anything like that. So yeah, that's the process I'm at the moment. I'm pretty much there. I had to sell my computer, hence why I haven't got one. I wanted to get that cost back as well, because I had it on finance. So, you know, there was a few factors in there. But anyway, I'm at a position now where I've cleared all that off. That's all done and dusted. Back to square one. Bitcoin's at a low price. And then the other day it jumped up, obviously, from 3,000, I'm going to say 3,800 to like 5,500, something like that. I was like, oh no, I've just missed it, haven't I? I just missed it by a couple of weeks. But I haven't actually bought back in yet because I thought, oh, I'll wait. When Bitcoin ever goes up that fast, usually it's followed by a retracement. Sorry, Game of Thrones is on and there was naked people on the TV. Let's see if you can get a shot there. Look. There she is. Can't remember her name. Yeah, so anyway, should I buy back in now? That's the question. Should I start risking some money again into Bitcoin? Now, I don't want to go down the route of credit cards and stuff like that again. I've learnt my lesson. So I think the best thing for me to do is just to buy as and when I can afford it. So even if that is £100 here, £100 there, the price of Bitcoin going up and down from sort of 3,000 to 5,000, yeah, it's nice. It's nice to say, oh, I've actually gained some money. But long-term wise, it depends where your head's at, where you've thinking of doing it. If you're day trading and all that sort of stuff, then yeah, this is exciting times for you because it's been a while since Bitcoin went up. But if you're just thinking, actually, I just want to buy Bitcoin to hold on to for 3 to 5 years. Does it matter? Does it matter if you bought it at 3k, 4k, 5k, 7k? Does it matter? Maybe slightly. But then there's no point putting yourself even further risk or in debt to do that, because the risk and the drawbacks don't outweigh the gains. So what I mean by that is, I'm thinking in my head, I've got this figure in my head that Bitcoin will be worth $100,000 at one point, probably something like 80,000 British pounds. So if I bought at $3,000, $4,000, I ain't gonna rush out and be like, yeah, I need to buy it at 3,500 because that's the bottom. Because then I've got to pay over that. I've got to then pay interest on the credit card that I'm putting it on, incur arrears, potentially affecting my credit rating, which could affect things like store cards, credit cards, mortgages, car finance. So you have to look at it and say, right, okay, ideally I'd like to buy it at its cheapest point of the year. Everyone would, but I don't want to stretch myself, don't want to risk putting in money when I can't afford it. So I might start now that I'm in a position where actually, I've got all that sort of luggage, all that baggage behind me, gone, done and dusted, back to zero, back to square one. I might start putting in £100 here, £100 there. I was even looking at the new Exodus mobile phone app, and I was thinking, I might even try and buy, obviously predominantly Bitcoin, but, and I know I said I wouldn't do this before, but I don't know if I can bear myself to even say it. I was looking, I was thinking, do you know what, it'd be quite, while the prices are this cheap, it would be quite good to own, one Ethereum, one Ripple, or one Cardano, one Stellar. Because you never know, I don't know, putting in $50 or £50 into one coin or another and just seeing where it goes. Hedging your bets, if you like, I suppose. So yeah, that's my take on it. What do you guys think? We had a comment pop up then. How do I get them up on it? Oh, look, here we go. We've got a few. Frederick says, and Frederick's back. Thanks for sticking by me, Fred. You've been a star. Oh no, it's gone now. Let's get that back up again. Yo. DCA, best way to buy in small portions you can afford to lose. I think that's good advice. He said, don't use credit. How do you keep these up? Don't use credit, you will just support greedy banks. Yeah, that is a good point, actually. Let's see, how can I make this? There you go, it pops back. So yeah, that's where I'm at, guys. Where are you guys at? I'd love to hear from you guys. What sort of stage are you at? Have you cashed out your Bitcoin? Have you just been holding it for the last year? Are you hoping to go back up to 20k so that you can break even? Some of you might have bought when it was this price, sort of like a year or two ago. I know I was talking to my wife the other day, or a few weeks ago. We were laying in bed. She said, "Oh, what's happening with your Bitcoin thing?" And I said, "Yeah, I do videos every now and then. Like I do like a live video. Now, ideally, I'd like to get my computer back and do them properly and try and get the guys involved again. I think we have some really good content for a small community of people." But I told her, I said, this thing was worth $20,000. It's now down to $3,000, and it seems to have stagnated around that price. So it's not continuously dropping. It's sort of plateauing at that price. So you have to say then, that's a good time to buy. And even she agreed with me, and she's not into Bitcoin or finances in any way. Goes over her head a lot. She was like, "Yes, why don't you buy some more then?" And I was like, "Yeah, I should, yeah." And I really started like, "Yeah, I should buy back in now." This feels, even my wife's saying it, and she don't know nothing about But then we were talking last night, and I said, what's the matter? I said, Bitcoin, it's just gone up to like 5.5k. She goes, well, did you buy some? I went, no. She goes, oh, so you didn't make any money on it? I said, no. Got to be in it to win it, ain't you? So, yeah, that's the conversation we had the other night. But again, I'm looking long term wise. Where do you feel Bitcoin's going to be? If you feel that 10 grand is the most Bitcoin's ever going to go back to, you know, then yeah, buying at 3 or 4,000 is quite a major thing for you. But if you're thinking 100k, 150, you know, those sort of figures, does it matter if you bought it anything under 10k? Really? Obviously, you're going to have more profits, but that's still a good return, whatever you put into that. So anyway, that's my thoughts. Obviously, I'm not a experienced trader. I don't do technical analysis. I can't offer any advice in any way. I'm just here as a normal guy, same as many of you probably watching. You're probably thinking, do you know what? I'm just taking a punt on this thing, you know, this Bitcoin. I do believe in the tech. I do believe that Bitcoin will always hold an inherent value unless someone hacks it. Because I was watching this video that was quite negative towards Bitcoin, and that's what sort of spurred me on to make this video today. And they were saying, oh yeah, you know, Bitcoin's one of the first and the biggest cryptocurrencies, and it's got a brand name now, like everyone knows it across the world, but someone could invent one that's just as good. And I was thinking, yeah, that's a good point, but no one's managed to do that yet. So just think about that. How many cryptocurrencies are there? I don't know how many there are now. What about you, Fred? How many are on CoinMarketCap? I think they're saying like 20,000. 20,000 blockchains, coins, tokens, whatever they may be, all claiming to be just as good or better than Bitcoin. But not one of them have succeeded, have surpassed it, have the trust. And this is the main thing that I got from their video. They were saying, oh yeah, and they sort of mentioned other projects. So they said, oh, Ripple, Litecoin, Ethereum, it does this, it does that. And I was thinking, yeah, but none of them are decentralized. Like, not to the level that Bitcoin is. Bitcoin is not owned by anyone. It's not run by anyone. It hasn't got a main shareholder. It's Bitcoin is Bitcoin. If you want it, great. If you don't worry about it. Where's the comments gone? Frederick, I'm 100% shitcoiner. Haven't hold any BTC during last year. I only bought Ethereum and Bitcoin on the dips to buy some more shitcoins. Now I'm 3 to 4x since my coin started rising again back in February. Yeah, I mean, some of these altcoins are making massive gains, and they will make bigger gains than Bitcoin because obviously their value isn't as much. So, who was it? I was watching a video by Crypto Daily, probably one of the best YouTubers out there at the moment for crypto. He was saying about Cardano going up from, I don't know, 3 cent to 8 cent or 10 cent or whatever, and that's like double, triple what it was worth. You know, Bitcoin's gone up a small percentage, but for it to do the same, it should be at $9,000, $12,000 now. PJ joins in. He says, "What did I miss?" You just don't change, do you, PJ? You don't change. I tell you what, I do like. I've noticed that Bitcoin's becoming more accessible, and what I mean by that is there seems to be more apps, and the apps that are trustworthy. So I use Jax, Coinbase, and obviously there's that Exodus one that's just come on there now. But also, I think I tried touching on it last time I did a video, but I couldn't really show it. On my Apple Watch, so this is the new Apple Watch 4. I don't know if would it focus that? Let's see. You can see here that I have focus. Focus. Oh, no, it's not. Anyway, you can see here that I've actually made one of my complications a Bitcoin to British pounds. Oh, why is that not focusing? So anyway, I can see whenever I check my wrist, see what time it is. Oh look, that's a bit better. I pretty much check what the price of Bitcoin is all day, every day, every time I check my time. So that's just another little touch. That was done by the Stocks and Shares app through Apple. But I'm sure BTC will outperform most of the market in the long run. Most shitcoins have a short time frame for real gains. PJ said, did you set up a donation wallet yet? No, I haven't. I did read the messages about you guys giving me donations to buy a computer, but I mean, that would be good, but I don't know. I don't expect donations from you guys for me to do content. It's just been really difficult, I suppose. Like I say, I've just been really focusing on me and my wife, really focusing on clearing off the debts that we had, not just from Bitcoin stuff, but debts in general. We've been on a lot of holidays. We've had to furnish a new house, so we've been buying tables, chairs, beds, mattresses, cutlery, plates, just stuff like that. And obviously we had a baby last year, about a year and a half ago, so yeah, we're finally sort of settling down now. We've got our holidays booked already and almost paid for this year. So yeah, I'm thinking, do you know what? I've actually got that debt that I had from cryptocurrency. Like I say, I had the computer. I put Envian all on a credit card. I put Hashflare on a credit card. I was buying Bitcoin through Coinbase on credit cards, and some of it I was buying, with money that I had. But yeah, most of it was credit cards. Now, when I actually come to sell my mining machines and stuff like that, I did pay some of those back. So literally straight away, because then the cryptocurrency side of it paid back some of the debt. But obviously there was a few grand left over. So I've just been really focused on paying that all back before I even attempt to jump in, because I thought the markets are not demand. There isn't a massive demand for cryptocurrency at the moment, and there's not a big buzz about it. So that's not me just going with the herd and copying what they're doing. I plan to buy back in Bitcoin, but I wanted to buy it when I'm ready, not when the market tells me to buy it. I didn't want to feel pressured into you need to buy Bitcoin because it's going up so much. If that happens, so be it. But I wanted to buy it when I was ready, when I'm ready to buy in. I'm not going to jump in and be like, right, okay, I'm going to put $3,000 on a credit card and hope it goes up over time, and then pay the minimum payments on a credit card for another 6 months, a year. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do 100 quid here, 100 quid there, when I'm ready, when BitGlen's ready, and just accumulate it. And I'm sure with the prices the way they are, £100 here and there, before you know it, I could probably accumulate one Bitcoin, unless it massively shoots up in price again. I can accumulate one whole Bitcoin in that time. We need BitGlen content. Thanks for that, PJ. It's really nice actually to hear that a community of people still miss my videos and that. I was watching a YouTuber yesterday, and they're regularly producing content almost every day. And I noticed they only had 1,200 subscribers. Not that I'm snubbing them for that, but I was thinking, I've got more subscribers than that, and I haven't done a video for months and months and months. And when I did, I only did one every now and then. So yeah, it shows that you guys have really stuck by me, and I'd like to think that's due to sort of my honesty and my honest approach. I've not tried to be anything I'm not. I've not tried to lie and mislead. So I'm hoping that's holding me in good stead over time. But yeah, I would sound is very low, probably because I've got my hand over the speakers. Sorry. Um, but anyway, how are you guys? How's everyone? I want to hear your stories about cryptocurrency. What's the biggest losers and gainers recently? Did you set up a Amazon wish list and people might buy you something you need? We need Bitcoin content. No problem, we miss you. Cheers for that, PJ. Um, yeah, so I've tried to still stay. I've watched YouTube videos about Bitcoin all the time. I haven't like just thought, right, I'm not interested in Bitcoin anymore. I've been reading loads. I've probably learnt more in the last 6 months than I did the 6 months before it, because now I'm looking at other things, technical analysis, other projects, seeing, looking into a lot of these blockchain events that are going on. And what really surprises me is that even though a lot of these companies are not generating that much money, there's so much buzz for it still. I was watching, I think it was one in Hong Kong recently. I think it was Hong Kong, and yeah, there was like a massive Ethereum following of all these developers doing stuff, obviously ICOs and stuff like that, but not just that, like really, really clever, smart teenagers almost, saying, "Oh yeah, we want to do this, we want to do that. It's going to be a non-profit thing, or it's going to, you know, it's going to be a free service thing. So people are going to get medical treatment, or people are going to have access to this information for free where they wouldn't have done before." And I was really like taken away by it. I was thinking, "Oh my god, these people are dedicating their lives to developing blockchain and cryptocurrency technology in a time when there's no inherent upside at the moment in terms of price, raising money and stuff like that." I know some projects are still raising funds and doing well at it, and they're probably the ones to look forward to, especially when it's on a bull run again. But then we saw so many shit coins and scams come out last year, and last year and the year before. There's so many that come out. I mean, even now, I saw Bitcoin Cash go up. What was it like? It went up like 40% one day, and then it went up another 40% another day. And I thought, fucking hell, like, who's buying this crap? Like, who is doing it? Why? What? There was one point where weren't Bitcoin Cash going to crash, like, because they were having the hash wars and all that. Like, no. Why are you doing this? There's been no advertising, there's been no talk, no trash talk anymore. Well, not that I've seen anyway, from Bitcoin Cash side. It seems to have really died down, and all of a sudden it just doubles and triples in price in 2 days. I just don't get it. But then like Litecoin and Ripple and stuff like that, they haven't done anything. I saw the other day, actually, I was watching the Ellen show. It's like an American talk show host. I think it's Ellen. It was on a YouTube clip. We don't get Ellen over here, I don't think. And it was clearly, obviously, a paid publicity stunt. But they had fucking Aston Kutcher come on, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you're raising money for this. Yeah, well, I can send them Ugandan dollars instantly using this new thing called Ripple." And then big Ripple sign come up on the TV behind them, and they were like, "Oh yeah, they're willing to donate $4 million," and everyone's going, "Oh my god, that's amazing! What is it?" And then she even said, "I don't know what this Ripple is, but thank you." And he got his phone out and he was showing it, like, look, this is me. This is how I send $4 million in 2 seconds. And he sent it, and he said, "Right, yep, they've received it." Clearly, obviously, a paid advertisement from Ripple side, but again, it's just showing that even in the downtimes, a lot of these blockchains and cryptocurrencies are investing huge amounts of money to advertise and get people awareness up, and that's going to see it in good stead. That Ripple now, though, that crowd of people that watched it, and also obviously everyone at home, they might be like, "What is Ripple? I've never heard of it," and they might go online and look it up, or the next time there is a bull run, you know, I know when I got involved, all I knew about was Bitcoin. And when I first got involved in Bitcoin, then I was like, oh, hang on a minute, there's like a top 10. Oh no, there's a top, 10,000. Fucking hell. And I saw like Ripple and Litecoin. I was like, what the hell is Ripple? What the hell is Litecoin? They all seem like Mickey Mouse versions. I think my original analysis was probably true actually. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is that next time there's a bull run, people are like Ripple, oh, I've heard of them. Yeah, they did a thing on Ellen. Yeah, oh, yeah, I know that. And all of a sudden you've already inherently got a better value perception of that coin because you've heard of it, you've seen the logo. So that's good. It's good that they're doing that in the down times. It isn't just like trying to money grab during the bull runs. So I think projects like that will do well. Although I was reading the other day or watching a thing about how Western Union, is it Western Union? Like the main foreign money exchange, they were saying, oh, will you ever use Ripple? No, it was the chief of, what's that payment method called? Oh, God, what is it? You know when you send money from one country to another? Someone help me out. What is it called? Maybe your Hashflare account will go to the moon. I doubt it. Oh, shit. What's it called? Oh, anyway. The international money transfer system. They were saying, will you ever use Ripple or XRP? And she was like, no. We're developing our own type of cryptocurrency. And I thought, yeah, actually, that makes sense. Like, why would you pay to use this other one? And even if you did, the price is going to go up for you to buy the supply of it. When you can just create your own cryptocurrency. I know you've got to hire a cryptographer, but you just would. You would make a cheaper version because that would see you in good stead for the future going forward. Otherwise, you're always held ransom to this company Ripple. That's why I think Bitcoin's got an inherent worth because no one owns it, no one runs it, no one's in charge of it. So it's always going to be the same. You're going to get the same customer service, and that's none. Whereas some of these other ones, like Ethereum, they've all got a central point of failure. They've all got a point where you can say, right, if you remove that, the project will probably die. Bitcoin hasn't got that. You can't, apart from hacking it very easily and not resolving a hack, I can't see Bitcoin going anywhere. Saying that, obviously, this time next year, obviously, there's going to be another halvening for 2020. So we are going to see the amount of Bitcoin reward half, and therefore taking longer to create the next batch of Bitcoins. So you would imagine that's obviously going to push the price up at some point, and obviously once they're all mined, then you're going to see Bitcoin be worth quite a lot, I think. But that's my opinion. What do you guys think? How do I get these comments back up? ADA. I can't get them off now. So that's it really, guys. I've been blabbering for 29 minutes. I just thought I'd let you guys know I'm still here. I'm still. What's the central point of failure for Litecoin? Charlie Lee, and obviously the development team behind that. We saw the price tank. He sold out. He did sell out, but he's still working on the project. He's still developing for it and trying to figure out ways of. I'm not saying Litecoin's one of the worst because they're not. I mean, you look at Ripple. I mean, that is massively centralized. Litecoin's not as bad, but why would you need Litecoin? If Charlie Lee gone and there was no more development on Litecoin, why would you want to own it? Like, you might as well just own Bitcoin. I hate Litecoin. I hope that shit goes to zero. I thought we had a Litecoin lover there, but no, it went the complete opposite way. I actually quite like Litecoin. Sorry to disagree with you, but I actually like Litecoin. It's sort of like the testnet version for Bitcoin. So we want, whether you like Litecoin or not, we want a Litecoin because yeah, these coins are going to come out with new ideas, quicker ways of doing it, faster transaction times, and it's going to leave Bitcoin behind. But guess what? They implement those features onto Litecoin first, and if it works, then it gets put on Bitcoin. So if you want Bitcoin to be the best it can be, you want Litecoin to succeed beforehand. So I hope the best for Litecoin. I know it will be in my portfolio of cryptocurrency. I know that much for sure. Yeah, so obviously there's that new Exodus wallet. One of the guys, I think PJ in the Telegram group, did post a link about a statement. I didn't get to read it, so I don't know what they said. But if it is legit and that is the same Exodus from the computer, that's sweet, because hopefully I can sync what's on my computer on my phone and then just purchase Bitcoin through my phone using Coinbase, or ideally through Exodus directly. That would be a killer. Obviously there's a lot of coins on there. Sorry guys. And it'd be quite easy to start accumulating lots of different projects at small intervals. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. So yeah, that's it. That is really it. There seems to be development for Bitcoin. There seems to be advertisement. There seems to be progress. The tech's getting better. Lightning Network is getting bigger, stronger. So there's all good stuff coming out. Obviously, everyone's banging on about ETFs and that, but we've got the halving next year. Literally everything about Bitcoin you would say is massively positive at the moment. So I'm surprised the price hasn't gone up sooner. I remember doing a video a long time ago. I think it was November, December time. Exodus is also working on incorporating Lightning Network. Oh, there you go, sweet. And then once that's on there and it's in everyone's mobile phones, God, that's millions of potential users. I remember saying, "Oh right, I think the price is going to drop now." Obviously, I didn't predict exactly how much, but I said I think the price is going to drop, and it will drop probably around February time, and that will probably be the lowest of the year, and then it will start to creep back up. Well, we're in mid-April now, and the price is it started to creep up again. So I think I did a pretty good prediction. November, December time. Don't know if maybe anyone could call me out on that. From my memory, I made a pretty good call on that. That's with no technical analysis or anything. It was just literally my opinion, what I thought might happen. And I actually think Bitcoin will probably drop back down again to sort of maybe 4K. That might be the lowest now. We've seen 3,400, 3,500. And then I think what will happen is that when we saw the other day, it went from 3.5 or 3.8 all the way up to sort of 5.5, 5.8. So it went up like $2,000 per coin within the space of hours. It just goes to show that when Bitcoin finally does decide to shoot up, it won't just be like oh yeah, it's gone up 5% this year. It's going to be 50, 60% gains consecutively over a few days. Which is awesome for us, exciting times. But yeah, that's where I'd be looking at cashing out and then waiting for another dip day and then buying back in again. You'd have to time it perfect though to make it work. But that's it from me, guys. Really, I don't know what else to say. There's nothing really much else to say. Hopefully, I will get a computer soon, and I can start doing proper content for you guys, doing live chats and doing the broadcasts and that. But until then, unfortunately, it's going to have to be this. Me sitting in front of my iPad or phone, just chatting shit with nothing to show you, no graphics. So I do apologise about that. But thank you for being here. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. No one's give this video a thumbs up yet. So before you leave today, give it a thumbs up, click the share and subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And I will be going through, obviously, this financial year. In the UK, our financial years are from the 5th of April to the 5th of April. So today is a brand new financial year. So yeah, I'm hoping this is going to be a good year for cryptocurrency in particular. I'm also going to be starting up a business doing property. I think property is going to stagnate and drop a bit because of the whole Brexit thing in the UK, but I feel like this is perfect for me. That means house prices will be cheaper. I can get in, buy a property, do it up, and then rent it out. And then with the profits from that, I'll probably try and accumulate some Bitcoin. So hopefully it ties in all together nicely. And I'm hedging my bets then with something quite stable versus something very volatile. I'm also looking at stocks and shares investment ISAs. So it worked out that I didn't know this. This blew my mind. This is not financial advice. Please do your own research before you look into anything. But I was looking at one of these stocks and shares ISAs where you invest so much money into it. You can set a direct debit up for a certain amount, like a regular payment into it every month. Goes into the account, and then you select where you want to invest it and how much percentage wise. So let's say you're investing, I don't know, £200 a month. You do that over until you get to like the age of 50, 55. You might have, I don't know, for argument's sake, £100,000. But obviously that £100,000 is incurring compounding interest. So you're always getting interest paid, and then you're earning interest on that interest. So it works out that if I started putting aside £500 a month now, by the time I'm 55, I think it was, I would have a sort of savings account with the compounding interest and everything of about 500,000, 500,000. Now with that, you actually earn about £2,000 interest a month. So you can actually withdraw that £2,000, use it to live off, and you've still got your 500,000. So the following month you get another 2,000, and then another 2,000, another 2,000. So yeah, that really just blew my mind. I was thinking, oh my god, I need to get in on this. And they were talking about shares generally going up like 7% over the course of a year. No guarantees, obviously, but just generally. I thought 7%, Bitcoin goes up or down that on a daily basis. So I was thinking actually I should probably start saving and buying some Bitcoin. But again, not getting into debt, just doing it as and when I can afford to. So I'd suggest you look into that. The one I was looking at is it's called Vanguard. If any of you have any opinions on them, they charge like the lowest fees for stocks and shares ISA investment platforms. So that's it from me, guys. I'm going to wrap it up here because I've been talking 40 minutes. I need a drink. Please message me. Please comment down below any thoughts, any queries that you have, anything you disagree or agree with what I've just said. I'd love to hear your opinion. I've got the best cryptocurrency community on YouTube, that's for sure. And I look forward to seeing you guys within the next week or two with another update. And hopefully Bitcoin smashes through 7K barrier at that point. See you later, guys.